Musterxmedia presents a tribute to men that hate their jobs. Episode 4: Professional Disagreement. I had a real shit day at work today. It was an argument with the fucking boss. My boss, who was 10 years my junior, she was a coward, and she decided she was going to take her bad day out on me. I'd not long walked through the door and clocked on. I stood in my position, forgetting that my phone is still attached to my belt holster and on my belt. I'd not even played with it, and she came over and gave me a real dirty look. In the back office now. Right, I said. Nice bit of fucking attitude there. So I took my plastic gloves off, threw them in the bin, re-sanitised my hands, and followed her off to the back office. We walked through the restaurant, through the staff area and into the back office where no one could hear. Or so they think. Because those walls are paper thin, so it's pointless. You might as well just have this conversation in front of everyone, because everyone in the kitchen could hear what was going to be said. Why are you carrying your phone on you? She said. Like, what are you on about? Why is your phone attached to you? You know you're not supposed to. I'm like, oh, sorry, I forgot to remove it off my belt. Funny that. Empty your pockets out. What? She said. You can't tell me to empty my pockets out. I'm like, well, first of all, love, in my proper London accent to her Welsh accent. First of all, you do know that if it's good enough for the goose, it's good enough for the gander. You cannot enforce a rule that you're breaking yourself. You got your phone on you, haven't you? Well, I'm the manager, she said. I'm like, okay, get the handbook out then. She looked at me, forgetting that I'm older and more experienced than she'll ever be. Look, I said, from my many days as being part of a union in my profession, I know that there's a company handbook, and I also know that every standard should be listed in there. Now you show me where it says about mobile phones not being allowed on the shop floor. Now go get it before you carry this on. So she left the room. She slammed the door behind her. She came back in 10 minutes later with this battered old crumpled up copy of her company handbook. I'm like, okay, turn the page, find the passage where it says about mobile phones. Go on, read it to me. Mobile phones, she said, are not to be carried on you at all times for all members of staff. So I'm like, read it again. And she looked at me, I'm like, read it out again. So she read it again. I'm like, your phone's in your pocket, isn't it? Because you're stupid enough to not take it out of your fucking pocket when you went out of the office to get your bloody handbook. Put your phone on the table. And she looked at me, and I'm like, look, I said it already. If it's good enough for the goose, then it's good enough for the gander. The door swings both fucking ways. You cannot bollock me for something that you've done yourself. And same way how you can't tell me to do a job that you're not prepared to do yourself. In many different ways. The door swings both ways. Now put your phone on the table and tell me that I've done something wrong. And she looked at me. I'm like, yeah. Exactly. I'm sorry I forgot to take my phone off my holster, but I'm not sorry for pulling you up in your own bullshit. That I can do without. She looked at me again. Like, well, go on, write me the disciplinary. Give me my warning, because I shall put it on the official record that you did the same thing. And she looked at me. I'm like, or you can just forget about it. She forgot about it and sent me on my merry way. She put her phone in the office and I put my phone in my locker. What a shit day in a shit company with a shit boss who thinks you can do whatever the fuck she wants. God help me. I just want to be back in my profession.